Hi, I wanted to take a second to thank you for helping me recently reach 150 subscribers. That's a true milestone for me, and it's not one that I was sure that I would ever make. So now that I'm here, thank you. Even if everyone unsubscribed now, I would still have this moment. You can't undo this. No takebacks. So I've been doing a lot of thinking lately about the channel direction that I'm going to be taking in 2025. I've broken it down into 8 kind of principled areas. First and foremost, food. This channel name is The Peckish Pagan. My intention was to share my cooking abilities. When you start a YouTube channel, one of the things that you're supposed to do is start a channel about something that you know about, something that you can share. And that is definitely something that I've always had a lifelong talent for, which is cooking. I'm conscious of what I eat. I am aware of not just my food ways, but the food ways of other places. And I try to maintain some kind of consciousness on what I'm eating, thinking of the farmer, things like that. And that leads to another principal area, which is keeping things local. I live in an incredibly interesting area, and I intend to explore a lot of that and how I incorporate those things into my practice. What's that going to look like? I've shown some footage of Lake Erie. I live next to 2 rivers, 2 lighthouses, 2 beaches. I live next to a Superfund site, and we're going to explore that too. And I get all 4 seasons, so I get to explore beach life in the winter, in a frozen winter with snow. And it's not that salt life either. We house 20% of the world's freshwater. There's a lot in my community that I haven't explored. What does this mean? This kind of leads to another principled area, which is staying curious. Despite living next to all these great things, there's still a lot that I haven't explored in my community, and I'm going to do that too. And those experiences are for a reason. These are all things that are going to have some kind of purpose that I'm going to share that with you as well. All of this keeping it local and staying curious is going to lead to 3 other principled areas, which is developing plant allies, which I've already been sharing with you by sharing my journey with the black walnut tree. But we're going to look over other ways to do that. We're going to look at some ways to meditate with plants, to connect with plant energies, and develop those plant allies. In addition to that, connecting with your land, connecting with nature. We're going to look at different ways on how you can connect with your land. While I live in what I believe is an interesting place, there are people who live here who think it's incredibly boring. You might think the place where you live is incredibly boring, but once you understand the history of where it is that you're from and literally what is in the ground underneath you and what the land has to offer and what you can offer the land in return, you'll be amazed at what your community is made up of, even if it's tiny. I'm pretty sure everywhere is there for a reason. And we'll learn how to explore things like that. Is there a reason? What's that reason? Is it exciting for you? All of this is going to lead to skill building, whether it's how to make black walnut ink, how to knit, how to change your tire. Whatever I'm getting into, I'm going to try and share that with you and explain how I incorporate as much of what I do into my spiritual practice as I possibly can. And all of these lead to the last 2 principled areas, which are self-reflection and integration. Those are the 2 things that I use in tandem to help me explore what changes I've made, what changes I still need to make, and how I can use that to create long-lasting positive change. It's important integration, because if you dig up these things and you don't integrate them into your sense of person moving on, it can cause problems. I'm not a medical professional by any stretch, but I've been through some things, and I'm going to try and create the kind of content that I wish was there when I was going through these things. So I won't necessarily be following trends, although they are fun. And I will try to stay in the spirit of any trends that we've got going on in this community, just to help you explore them a little bit more deeply on different levels and from different perspectives. That's why we're all here, right? Thanks again for helping me reach 150 subscribers. I really felt like I'd won the Showcase Showdown. It means the world to me. Take care, do good, be well.